You see how this chair is turned sideways to keep it away from the plumbing? We should have a plumbing chair turned sideways over here to keep this tendon away from the plumbing. The camera overheated, so that's why we have this in two parts. This is part 2 of the post-tension cables. This cable is too close to the plumbing. What happens when it's too close to the plumbing is it can crack the plumbing when it's pulled tight. And then you would have, and that's a wastewater vent. Drain, excuse me. That's a vent, that's a drain. And it could crack the drain, and then you could have a sewage leak going undetected underneath your slab. All these ends are just like the other video. To the best of my knowledge, this tape is not approved for that application the manufacturer wants you to use. The same kind of sheathing all the way over. It's nice. All these cables were labeled for this property. So they brought enough cables out. Let me put it this way, they made it easy for them to bring enough cables out. See the way the grease is oozing out the sheathing right there? It's because they split that sheathing and they put it over the exposed tendon end. And after they did that, after that was done, then they should have wrapped it with the tape that's not approved. They wrapped it with that tape because now the tendons, the sheathing is not, held firmly in place. The sheathing is for the cables and the tape is for the sheathing. And they've done that just about on all of these pockets. The pocket sheathing extensions should have been taped. The end sheathing should have been cable tendons should have had sheathing on them. In a previous report, I was talking about the change of the grade, and a lot of times you'll see, to help them make that, you'll see rebar used, and we have used a little bit of rebar here, so some rebar was spec'd and had been installed here. I didn't get a real good, honestly, I didn't get a real good look at the plans, building plans. They said I could look at it on the computer screen in the office, and it was about 30%. And, engineers don't print real big. There's a lot of details. Their writing is very precise, but it also blends very well. So I'm doing a little better than running blind out here. They said that I could not take a copy of the plans. They printed them out for me in the office, and I could see them there in the office. Again, once it's printed out, like maybe 75%. I still couldn't read it. There should be a pocket on this. We're in the primary bedroom, so we need a pocket protecting the primary bedroom suite, bathroom faucets, drains. This tension sheathing is supposed to go over the plumbing. They're supposed to go over the plumbing. See how it goes over the plumbing over here? It's supposed to go over the plumbing. Alright, but when they tighten it, then it's going to rise up. And just like I was worried about the tendons being too close to the drain pipes over here, I'm also worried about the tendons being too close to the drain pipes underneath. And just like we had a chair over here, we probably should put another chair right there to make sure these tendons never get that close to the drain. There's nothing to protect it over here. Some of our chairs have fallen over. Some of the chairs are falling over. I'd like to see a tendon keeping this off of this. See how close that is? See how close that is? Even these cutouts for the plumbing, they make a nice room right in here. Okay, they make room so that they can move things around a little bit when it's finally coming about. And so because of that, still, I don't know which direction they're going to move it. So this tendon is just like straight up against this bucket. When they tighten this thing, do you think that's going to come through onto that? I do. That's what I think. Think about it. Hundreds of thousands of pounds of pressure, straightening this tendon up, making it strong, pulling it all around. And it makes a big bow around here. You don't think it will. It just will. Now we have a tendon end over here. I'm not sure about that. We just got a couple pieces of rebar. You think that rebar is going to hold thousands of pounds of pressure as they tighten the tendon? Causing strength right through there? I think something's missing here. That's interesting. Floating tendon end. And again, these ends should be taped. This is the home run. We're back where we started on the two videos because the camera